Today I'm going to be taking over Tottenham for 10 seasons as they almost relegated, man. So as I become Tottenham manager, and I have 10 seasons to save Tottenham's legacy by winning a Champions League. And by the way, I'm trying to chill your video out today, so subscribe and let me know down below if you guys prefer these videos. And boys, I cannot believe Tottenham almost relegated with this team. Van de Ven and Romero should never be in a relegation battle. And yes, we are starting in the 26-27 season with Alexa Middlesbrough up, and I can't believe Hull City actually promoted back to the Prem. Fair play. And I'm going to try to be as realistic as possible. I think Tottenham would have 45 million, which will force me to sell a couple players due to realism since they almost relegated. And realistically, I think only the likes of Christian Romero, Oreo, and Mickey Van de Ven will leave for sure this summer. But I also went ahead and added others to the transfer list and loan list who are not currently going to help us get Tottenham to the top. But also offers like this, I don't want to sell Vuskovic, but because it's realistic, I'm going to go ahead and accept that offer from PSG. And Vuskovic actually didn't end up leaving. He rejected the offer. But we did lose Puppet Materazzi to Man City, while these are the rest of the sales I've gotten rid of here. And well, we actually made 272 million. That's a lot more money than I expected. And in terms of formations, I actually want to keep this formation, the 4-2-3-1. It's the same formation Tottenham used when they got to the UCL final, as these are going to be the rows of the brand new formation with the goal of finding the next Harry Kane and the next Heung-min Son as well. Weirdly, this is what we look like with the ball, attacking fullback on the right. And this is definitely the best team we can build right now. I actually want to build this team around the two center midfielders here in Lucas Bergvall and Archie Gray, but we're definitely not going to survive relegation with the likes of Dominic Solanke up top and Kinski and Go respectfully. And when it comes to goalkeepers, these are the ones that Tottenham are linked with in real life. Henders just joined PSG though. Chevalier is not gonna leave, the potential UCL champs. And Karnesecki, I think is way too good and will earn a bigger move. So it's between Noah Toblu, 24-year-old German goalkeeper, or Premier League proven Barbara Bruggen from Brighton Hove Albion. But honestly, I think the most realistic option is that Tottenham will get James Trafford on loan. So instead, I bought him for 24 million from Man City. I think he's going to be a great number one for when we eventually win the Champions League. But up next is a striker position where I've shortlisted Jared Bowen, Pavlidis, and Gurasi, all linked to Tottenham Hotspur. If we're going to survive relegation, we need one of these players here. Now, Pavlidis and Gurasi will be playing European football. It would take a lot to convince them. So I think the most realistic option for 26.5 million is Jared Bowen from relegated West Ham. By the way, I can't believe West Ham are gone. I hope they come back up. But Bowen is going to be our new number 9. I hope I made the right signing. So after those two, we still have 212 million to spend. But of course, we're a team that just survived relegation. It's a bit tough to convince players. I'm only going to make one more signing here, and it's going to be hopefully a big center back. Okay, I lied. 2 more signings. As for 10 million, I'm bringing in Andrew Robertson, who apparently is going to join him in real life now that Tottenham survived relegation. And when it comes to center backs, these are all the center backs linked to Tottenham Hotspur currently. Someone like Bremer will probably stay in Europe. I think Lukeba is out of reach right now, and Scalvini as well. And that leaves us with 3 proven Prem center backs and John-Paul Van Heck, who's linked to a lot of big clubs. Maxence Lacroix, who's going to the World Cup and might win a Conference League. Marcus Senesi, the only left-footed center back in this shortlist. And we needed that left-footed center back, so for 20 million, Marcos Senesi is coming in. Don't worry, we'll be making the big signings once we earn them. We need some veterans, we need some leaders in this team to avoid relegation. And this is what our starting 11 looks like. I think it's looking very good, very realistic. Vuskovic will be the captain. There's a lot of new faces in this team. But the likes of Kulusevski and Bowen are only in this team for now. The replacements for Kane and Son will come very soon. And I'm sipping to the end of the season. Since we're doing 10 years, I won't be playing any game unless we reach the UCL final. And like I said, if you enjoy these chiller videos, let me know. And any changes, let me know as well. And let's go. It's a huge improvement. 10th place. I actually expected to finish a bit lower. That makes me happy. We were nowhere near fighting relegation. This doesn't excite me at all. I don't see Jared Bowen in the top 5 here. I would have loved them. But hey, James Madison, who was our bench center attacking mid, is in the top 5 assisters. But these players are starting to grow. Javi Simmons 84, 80 for Archie Gray. Bergvall still at an 80. Why didn't he grow that much? But our captain Vuskovic 82, that's what I wanted to see from him. And Trafford at an 80 as well. But hey, Jared Bowen did his job. 15 goals. Kulusevski actually impressed me on that left wing. 13 goals and 10 assists. And Matthias Tell, our backup striker, did pretty good as well. I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get more goals amongst the squad though. And player of the year goes to Rodri. I've never seen a CDM win this trophy. But 0 players in the team of the season. I want to make sure I have players consistently here proving that Tottenham are one of the best in the league, especially if we want to win the UCL. And Lamine Yamal wins the Ballon d'Or for season number 1. And I mentioned this because I want to try to get a Ballon d'Or winner. I'm curious who it will be. So now in season 2, I've transfer listed a bunch of players again, with players like Madison, Bentancur, and Bissouma. I want to sell them before they get older and lose their value. And someone like Solanke just hasn't worked out at this club. And all the sales are made. Luckily, no big clubs bigger than Tottenham have come in to steal our players. So we were able to hold on to the likes of Kulusevski, Javi Simons, and more importantly, Kudus and Vuskovic, who are the future of this club. But now that we're now relegation battlers and we prove we can stay in the league, I think we could go for an even better center back than Senesi. He had a great first season and he'll be a backup from now on. And I think this time I do want to go for Bremer. And for 40 million, the 30-year-old Brazilian is joining 86 overall. He is drastically improving this team. I want to fight for Europe this season. So now that Bremer is the left center back in this team, I'm going to go ahead and give him the defender development plan. We need him to get 5-star weak foot if he's going to play on that left-hand side. And up next, we're going to go for a right back that's either better or can be a backup to Jet Spence. And boys, if I want to qualify for European football, I have to go for someone like Dumfries. He may be on the older side, but he has a lot of European experience. So for 25 million, Denzel Dumfries is joining the side. Oh, him and Bremer are providing so much veteranship and experience to the club. I think we could finish definitely in the top 8 of the Premier League. And Dumfries is the better player, so he's in the starting 11. And by the way, we have a bunch of money, so that's why I'm trying to still keep it realistic. If you have any ideas on how we should manage budgets for future videos, let me know down below as well. And I can't lie, I did say I want to build a team around Archie Gray and Bergvall, but we only have Conor Gallagher as backup, and both of them didn't grow as much as I thought they would for now. So I'm gonna go for another DN. And my 3 options are Hugo Larsson, who'd be a great backup to Bergvall, Curtis Jones, who doesn't get much game time at Liverpool and has loads of Prem experience. Oh, this guy is up and coming, Alex Scott from Bournemouth. He would definitely be in the starting 11 straight away. And this is the biggest signing of the entire save so far, 45 million. Alex Scott is joining Tottenham. I cannot pass up on that quality. I'm surprised he's still at Bournemouth. And Alex Scott joins us starting 11. Don't worry, Bergvall will still get a lot of game time and hopefully reach his potential. And I think for my final signing, I need a backup to Kudus, as we have no out-and-out right winger other than Yang Min Hyuk. It just isn't at a high level right now. I could go for a backup in Harry Wilson, who would compete greatly with Kudus, or I could go for someone from the future. Magnus Akliuch has amazing potential. And for 50 million, you just knew I had to go for the younger player in Akliuch. Kudus is gonna have to be careful because his spot might be in danger with somebody of his caliber. And Akliuch will be sitting on the bench for now, but I'm very satisfied with all the business we have done. Very realistic in my opinion as well. Let's go ahead and get Tottenham back to European football. And don't you worry, someone like Mikey Moore is thriving out there on loan. I want him back in the first team very, very soon. And look at Alex Scott, man, has grown to an 85. So has Vuskovic, while the rest of the team is growing pretty nicely. However, Trafford, I'd expected him to go up way more. 17 goals for Javi Simons, our top goal scorer. 15 goals for Matthias Tell. Jared Bowen only scored 4 goals. I think his time is up here. He did what he could. 10 and 7 for Kulu. Akiliuch, what a great debut season, man. Did we finish in Europe, though? And yes, we finished in the Conference League positions. Better than I expected. 6th place, almost finishing Europa League, only by goal difference. And we didn't win the FA Cup or Carabao, so I'll only show you those when I actually win them. And Javi Simons was competing for the Golden Boot, but Gyökeres ran away with it, as Akiliuch finished in 2nd in the top assist. One day, he has to be one day. Gyökeres with the player of the season, of course. And Javi Simons, team of the season, we will take that, man. And Haaland is the 2nd Ballon d'Or winner. We're nowhere near winning one right now. But in season 3, it's bad news. City have come in for Vuskovic. They're way bigger in the club than us. I have to accept this, but maybe he rejects them like he did PSG. But no, there goes Vuskovic going to City. Now that we're in Europe, we're probably gonna lose a lot of players. And yes, we lost Javi Simons, Dejan Kulusevski, Jet Spence, and even Wilson Odeberg. I had to accept these offers because they're bigger than Tottenham. You tell me, if these guys were playing Europa League football and these UCL clubs came in for them, of course they would want to leave. But I also sold Dragusin and Jared Bowen as their time is up here at Tottenham. So this is what the squad looks like after the sell. I'm not gonna sign a new left mid. I want to give Mikey Moore a season or 2 here, but I think straight away we need a superstar attacking mid. And now in Europe, we should convince more players. And let me tell you boys, I want Franco Mastantuono. No chance he gets any game time at Real Madrid. And for the biggest signing yet, 75 million, Franco Mastantuono. Hopefully he fits in that number 10 spot. But I know once I get Champions League football, we won't be losing a lot of players, at least very frequently. And Mastantuono is a great first signing. I think we now need another center back, but we need a leader because a lot of these players are new and I don't think they're captain worthy. And there's really only 2 options, Jared Brentwaite or Ezri Konsa. I wanted an English player who's been playing in the Premier League for a long time, and that would make them a leader. And of course, I went for the older player in Ezri Konsa, an England national team representative. He is the perfect captain to lead us to hopefully a Europa League or Conference League win. I forgot which one we're in. So there we go. Konsa is our new captain. I think for the remaining signing, we need a backup right back because we have none. A backup left mid because Mikey Moore doesn't have a good backup. And potentially a world class or someone to compete with Matthias Tell up top. But instead of a backup right back for 75 million, we're able to bring in Michael Coyote, still playing at Brentford. This is a big signing. He'll be starting over Dumfries. And up next for 42 million, I am bringing in a Mika Götze, the Belgian left mid. He's gonna be competing with Mikey Moore. This guy's a true talent. You also see how amazing he dribbles in real life. And for the striker position, I'm stuck, man. Should I go for a true backup in Troy Parrott, who came out of the Tottenham Academy? Maybe he could be the replacement to Harry Kane. Or what about Eli Jr. Krupi, the best Prem Wonder kid in real life, probably behind Esteban, and he'd be competing with Matthias Tell. Or should we bring back Harry Kane for 1 or 2 last season, and maybe he can help us win the Europa League? This is going to be a very tough decision. And I'm sorry, I had to do it for the story. For 35 million, I believe, and 85 overall, washed up Harry Kane is coming back. But I think he has just enough to hopefully get us UCL football, as well as winning whatever European competition we have left. So now Harry Kane joins starting 11, and I've made him the new captain. Konza will eventually get the captain's armband later. But this is a very solid team that could definitely win this European trophy this year. But hold on, boys. We're able to reach our first cup final, but it's against City, bro. As you can see, they have taken some of our players like Pape Mater Sarr, and I think they also took Javi Simmons. But let's see if we can win it. No injuries, which is good. Come on, Tottenham. Win the first trophy. Let's go. We win on penalties. Our first trophy as Tottenham manager. We're still a long way from winning the Champions League, though. Boys, no. What has just happened? Abrupt retirement for Mikey Moore. Dude, this was his first year. Mikey Moore is going to recover from his latest injury setback, and his career's over. No, now we have to win the Champions League for this guy. Wow, bro, this is so sad. He made 23 appearances, got 1 assist, went up a +2. I just don't know what his injury was. He's retiring, man. Safe to say the Harry Kane project worked. 28 goals and 4 assists. I would take that every day of the week. 18 and 21 for Akliuch, been a great signing. 15 goals for Matthias Tell. 13 and 8 for Conor Gallagher. 11 and 10 for Alex Scott. And look at the growth of the squad, man. Harry Kane is going down. He'll be a backup for the rest of his career. Masantuano 85, Alex Scott 89, Akliuch 86, even Konza and Coyote 87. Our back line is looking great, but it looks like Marco Senesi is also absent indefinitely. I think he wants to leave the club. I think he's gonna get sold too. And we just missed out on the league title. We actually almost won the league in our 3rd season. But with UCL football means we'll lose less play. And sadly, we did not win the Carabao. But in the Europa League, we finished in 6th place. Round of 16, we beat Anderlecht. Quarterfinals, we beat Bruges. But we lost to City in the semis. We never stood a chance, man. That's my boy Harry Kane, 2nd in the Golden Boot, despite being 35. Oh, but if only we had Kulusevski. And sadly, nobody in the top 5 this year. What is Trent doing at Man City, though? And Chelsea's Esteban is the player of the year, while only Bremer is in the team of the season. Dude, I want to see like 3 or 4 people, because it's another Ballon d'Or for Yamal. One day, I'm telling you, we're gonna have somebody here. And now in season 4, I was able to sell Oliver Iro, Marcus Senesi, who wanted to leave, and I got an offer for Dumfries. And now at 35 years old, I think 30 million is good to let him go now. So this will be our first year in UCL football. I'm unsure about Matthias Tell, you know. 84 overall, he's been great so far. I think we need a superstar. And I think I have to go back on my decision. I have to go for Junior Krupi. He could be the next Harry Kane. A little bit shorter than him, but he's got that talent, you know. So 63.5 million plus Harry Kane. We were able to send them over there. We are signing Eli Jr. Krupi, and I think this could be the guy that also wins the Ballon d'Or for us. But let's see, maybe he flops and I have to get rid of him in a season or 2. So Junior Krupi will now be the starting striker. But Matthias Tell still has a case and will fight for his place. I can't lie, I have not loved the growth at all of James Trafford. I have to sign a superstar keeper now. I think right about now, I should be able to convince Marco Carnesecchi with UCL football. He can take us to the next level. And 55 million is all it took to bring Carnesecchi to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. He might be good enough to help us win a Premier League as well. Carnesecchi with the final piece of the puzzle here. All I need now is a backup right back and a backup left mid, as I want to trust Mika Götze. So as my backup right back for 33 million, we're bringing in Guela Doué. If you didn't know, Desiree Doué's brother. And for 20 million, a 28-year-old Callum Hudson-Odoi will be a great bench option. And now with all these rotation options, we should do well in the Champions League and hopefully win the entire tournament. But it's another cup final for Tottenham against Sunderland, the Carabao. This is a trophy we have yet to win. Can we win our first? Gray is out injured, and it's going to be a 4-2 loss. We still have to wait for our first Carabao Cup win. But at the end of the season, we finished in 2nd place in the UCL. We beat Liverpool in the round of 16. In the quarters, we beat Bayern Munich. In the semis, we beat Paris, which means we are in a UCL final against City. If we win today, it's all over. But sadly, we just missed out on the Prem title. We don't win our first Community Shield, and we don't go back-to-back in the FA Cup final. But Matthias Tell somehow is the top goal scorer, despite Krupi being the starter. 19 and 10 for Akliuch, 14 and 17 for Alex Scott, 11 and 3 for Gallagher, and 10 and 13 for Luke. Lucas Bergvall. I can't lie, Matthias Tell has to start for this UCL final. He is a top goal scorer. And Lucas Bergvall as well, who has overtaken Gray. This will be the line. And of course, we'll be playing in the hardest difficulty possible. But the question is, can we win it in the first time of asking, or are we gonna have to run it back and keep simulating until we reach another UCL final? The UCL final kicks off. There's Javi Simmons, our former player. Here come Man City, though. Javi Simmons with a shot from outside the box. Easy save for Karasechi there. Mikel Coyote gives it all the way into Akliuch. Akliuch finds Alex Scott. And here come Tottenham Hotspur. Lays it off Matthias Tell. Akliuch cuts inside. Gives it into Masantuono. No, you gotta get that through, man. Goes into Matthias Tell. Back into Akliuch. Here come Tottenham. Straight through into Matthias Tell. Cuts inside. Matthias Tell finesse. It goes in. And we have taken an early lead in this UCL final. And now as Franco Masantuono finds Akliuch. We're on the attack once again. Can we go and get a second goal? Matthias Tell. Low driven. It goes in. It's just way too easy for Tottenham right now. I'm so glad I started this match. By the way, for future videos, if you feel this difficulty is too easy, let me know some good sliders down below. But here comes Philip Foden for Man City. Maybe the game's not over. Is that gonna be a pen? Okay, this is not good. What is the referee gonna decide here? Okay, so Ezri Konsa, the captain, goes for the tackle. Is that outside the box? These horrible replays, man. And it's going to be a penalty. Haaland with a chance to get a goal back. Can Karasechi save it? No, he cannot. It's 2-1 to Tottenham right now. Franco Masantuono now on the ball, looking for the great through ball. Yes, he does. Mika Götze with the shots. Great save, Donnarumma. And now from the corner, Matthias Tell finds Alex Scott with a Trivela pass into Lucas Bergvall. Lays it up. Back into Masantuono. Shots wide. Lucas Bergvall does find Matthias Tell into Franco Masantuono. Can we get another goal here? It's still Masantuono. They're letting him off. It finds Mikel Coyote with a shot. Go! It goes in. I can't lie, boys. It might be over. A 2-goal lead on City. And Matthias Tell is coming off. Great appearance so far. We're bringing on Krupi. And here comes Kudus. Kudus does find Franco Masantuono. And here come Tottenham looking for a goal to possibly end up this game. Great ball into Kudus. Lays it off to Krupi. It goes in. It's all over. City did not show up today. Krupi lights up the UCL final. And let's go. We've done it. We lift the UCL trophy, saving Tottenham's legacy. And no Ballon d'Or for a Tottenham player. Low-key, Tell robbed here. If you guys enjoyed this video, click on this video right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.